Hey you guys, it's time to decorate for the fall and we're starting right here at my front door. I added this rug I got from At Home several seasons ago, as well as these boxes I stained from IKEA. After that, I'm going to add my same old welcome sign. This was purchased at Home again a couple years ago. I love this sign and I'm just going to add this little wreath here as this is the only one that I have that would fit this season. This pumpkin was purchased from Marshall's several seasons ago, but there are things still like this in store. I also added these mums that are so beautiful from Kroger. They were only $12.99, and this little gather sign I purchased from the Target Dollar Spot last season. I'm keeping it pretty simple out here. I'm going to re-add my little lantern I keep seasonally up here. This one came from Home Goods, as well as my little pumpkin that I purchased from Kirkland, I believe last year, but it could have been the year before that. I'm also going to be adding this white wreath to my front door. This one came from Target and you would have noticed it in my dining room last year. If you guys been following my entryway decorations for a while, you would notice that I always put a wreath here as to why this canvas is hung a little bit low. I'm not going to change it as I'm going to go back to that style in the Christmas seasons. However, this home sign was in my office previously and I'm just going to add it here for a different aesthetic. I also added this lantern that was previously outside. I gave this guy a really good wash down and I'm just going to add some LED candles as well as this little mini pumpkin to the inside of the lantern. This tray was purchased from At Home. It was previously in my living room, but I love At Home for all little filler bowls. They have a very great selection of filler bowls as well as little filler poopery, which these things also came from. I love my tangerine guava candle. This is the one I always have. I love this scent, but it is not at all a fall scent. I'm also going to add this little pumpkin that came from Marshall's. The three pieces that I'm adding here were all different types. I got the little one from IKEA and the bigger one from TJ Maxx. This little pumpkin also came from TJ Maxx and I sprayed them white. They were all different colors. These little mustard colored sprigs are from Hobby Lobby. They're 40% off. And then these little faux brown leaves came from Target, which was purchased last year. You would have seen them in the last year's update as well. This is a very large table, so I am going to break up the table with this really thick runner. This one is just a runner I got from TJ Maxx several years ago, and I'm going to overlay that with this burlap piece. You guys know I love my burlap, so I did go ahead and add that little bit of texture right here in the center of the table. I finally got my hands on this guy, and I was super excited to get this purchase. I got it from Marshall's for $25, and guess what? It's a Lazy Susan. Absolutely adore it. I'm going to style it up by adding this glass jar I picked up from TJ Maxx, this little pumpkin that also came from TJ Maxx, and then that candle Clarity from the Casanova brand of Target. I was extremely lucky to find this faux pampas grass from Marshall's for only $12.99. I purchased 3 sets. This one is just one, and then these beads from Amazon. This was very hard to style, so I did do that off camera. I'll leave the link below for this. I'm going to go ahead and set my table. I did add these Amazon placemats here. After adding my silver plates, I did decide that they were just too small. So several days later, I did go ahead and get rid of them from the table. And I like it a lot better with just the silver plates and the white plates over top. So this guy was purchased last year and I wasn't really feeling the color anywhere. So I did decide to go ahead and just hang it right above my fridge as this area is pretty blank and I thought it looked kind of cute right between the cabinet. If you guys haven't noticed already, I really don't like things to be overly themed or overly cluttered. So I'm keeping the tone pretty neutral, adding pops of fall here and there. So I'm going to go ahead and add this Target vase I found for $14.99 to my tray, as well as this burlap rope that I found from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of those little poopery balls as well as those mini pumpkins to my jar before I add in my faux arrangement. I'm using a bit more of that mustard colored, I don't know what these things are called, but they're really pretty and they're mustard colored, so I'm going to be using a little bit more of those here. I could have left this pretty much exactly how it is. It looks pretty cute this way, but in just a few you'll see me add a bit of that pampas grass. I love this pampas grass so much, so much. Right after these holidays, I'm going to be using this pampas grass in my bedroom as it fits the vibe. I love using things seasonally that I can put all around my house. This mini pumpkin was a splurge buy, $5.99 from Marshall's a few days ago. Right up here at my sink, I'm just going to add my Grove white tray, my straw brush, as well as this sweet pumpkin spice soap, and again, my regular old scrubber. Those placemats came in a set of 8, so I'm using the remainder of them with the exception of one right here at my bar. This is pretty much just for the aesthetics of the video, or if I have company coming over. My kids typically eat right here, but I love these little mini plates that you guys will see in just a few, and this is the only place it really makes sense to me. They say thankful and grateful. I got these from Target Dollar Spot several years ago, but I just love how they look right here on the counter. Of course, I gotta add a few random pumpkins, so I added one here, as well as these orange little dish towels. They don't really make too much sense, but I had them from a previous year, so I decided to just go ahead and use them here. On my little letterboard, it reads Ecclesiastes 3-in-1, for everything there is a season. I'm not adding too many things fancy up here. My coffee bar is really set to be used. I have my coffee back there, my syrup, this pour and sugar container. I actually use these items and they're by the Rae Dunn collection. I'm also going to be adding this little orange mug that was from Kirkland. It says autumn leaves and pumpkin please. The other side of my coffee bar is set for desserts or breakfast danishes. I'm going to go ahead and add this little pie here that came from my freezer. We're going to pretend that is full. This thing is not even cooked, so let's just move on. I'm going to go ahead and add this village candle. It's the maple pumpkin scent. It smells so good. It gets the whole house smelling like everything. Fall and autumn breeze. Moving on to our living room, I'm just going to go ahead and fluff up my existing navy. You guys know my relationship with navy. Though I wish I did not have them anymore, I just cannot come to grips with changing out certain key pieces in my house so that the navy can be completely phased out. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue on using that good old navy blue. By the way, my sofa came from Rooms to Go. I got it several years ago, but it's still in the store. These gray pillows came with the set. These large creamish pillows I pulled from my bedroom. You guys would have noticed them in my last room update. They came from Hobby Lobby and they were $25 a piece. I'm also going to be adding this yellow mustard colored blessed pillow that came from Marshall's a few years ago. These pillows were here previously from my summer video, but the covers came from Amazon and it'll be linked below. That black cord hanging from my TV is definitely bothering me, but I did not notice it when I was recording, so we're just going to pretend like it's not even here. These faux leaves came from Target. I got them last year and I'm going to put them right here on my center console. I'm speeding up this portion of the video because I want to show you guys that I am trying to weave the leaves in between my thankful sign. I'm trying to make it kind of look like it came like this. Or, you know, they're just intertwined together. I actually like how it turned out. You guys will see that in just a few. I pretty much had these mini lanterns up here all year. They came from Marshall's a few months ago, maybe even last year at some point. But yeah, I've had them for a while. They sit right here. My TV sits pretty low, so they kind of just fit right underneath. So I did not purchase any throws for in here for this season, so I'm just going to change out my colors to my neutrals. I have this ivory one that I put from the office as well as my navy blue one. I don't fold these. These things get used on the regular, so they kind of just drape in and out the basket. I'm not going to make that a big deal or a big fuss. I'm adding my This Is Us pillows from last year's video. I'm going to link that down below. It came from Amazon, and this little home pillow that came from Marshall's a few years ago. I'm going to be adding this straw pumpkin right here in the center. I'm keeping it very simple up here. I'm going to add that second Castellana brand candle clarity here and my wick trimmer set. I also added some coasters as we eat, play, and drink all right here on this table. Now let's see it all together. Thank you so much for staying tuned to the end of the video. I will be qualifying my bedroom, so definitely stay tuned to that video. Until next time, peace.